Welcome back. Well, with Memorial Day weekend representing the kickoff of summer, it is always a good idea to make sure that you're thinking of your pets when those warm temperatures come about. And our pet expert, Charlotte Reed, is here with her dog, Ty, to discuss some summertime essentials. Good morning. Glad to have you back.
I'm so happy to be with you.
I know. And we have to talk about Ty's tongue real quick because it is hanging out.
Well,
He's got a condition.
Ty is a 6-year-old English toy spaniel, and he has hang tongue, which means his mouth's a little crooked, and then his tongue hangs to the side, and he does have all of his own teeth, and he's not up for adoption, everyone, because that's a big thing when he's on.
Right, but he does like food, and that's what you're going to talk about first.
He does, and you know, we just talked about how bad the weather is and how weather's going to get much better. So one of the things is it gets warm and you're right in the middle of the summer. You really want to keep your pet, your dog or cat, hydrated. And I brought some Avenger's wet food. I like to give wet food a lot in the summer because the water content is much, much higher. And Avenger makes all these great foods. They're all sourced with USDA and organic ingredients, sourced 50 miles from their plant in Chicago, which is nice. So they buy local, so it's sustainable food, and I love it. And so do my dogs. It's so good, I've actually eaten it. So you have salmon and chicken.
We'll talk about that
even
later.
A chicken cat. I might have to get you to eat it.
No. Okay, let's try the shampoo.
Well, we want to also think about skin care because it gets hot. Our pet, the pet's skin, just like our skin, dries out. So this is the EpiPet Summer Survival Kit. It's got shampoo, ear cleaner, especially if you have those hang flap dogs. You have to worry about that if he's swimming more. And so we brought some sunscreen because pets need sunscreen too. And I love this because it's in a sports bottle. You can spray the pet's undercarriage without like having to do all these contortion moves. And you really want to spray the ears and the muzzle and everything else. And also the topical spray is really great because everyone's so much worried about parasites and Zika. So it's the same thing.
Oh, that's good.
And you know, you can smell. It's a nice lavender
scent. It smells really good. All right, what are these little things?
Favorite. Okay, so Pendleton has been associated with the national parks since 1916, and you know this year it's the National Park Centennial. We celebrate our nation's majesty. So Pendleton put this whole great pet line together. Now this line actually represents the Smoky Mountains, and so they did 10 parks with 10 great collections. So you have the beds, you have the jackets, and you have the food and water bowls and leashes and collars.
Yeah, these are great. I'm just going to tip that so you can see inside there.
Right,
you can put water.
Put your food in there, and then you travel. And so many people are not taking necessarily the beach vacations. They're going hiking with their pet. So whether you do a staycation or your pet transforms himself to one of those national parks, and a lot of dogs are welcome in the national parks.
We have 30 seconds left, so let's talk about this real quick.
So it's all about checking in with your pet, but not just necessarily the treats. It's about communicating. There's an audio on there so you can talk to your pet, and you can also use a laser pointer for your dogs and cats, which is really cool.
From anywhere.
And that's from the Pet Cube. And then last but not least, this is a great time to do a lot of activities with your pet. So you want to do some natural value treats, and I love them because they're by Loving Pets. Once again, USA sourced ingredients, made in the USA, and you can break them up into small pieces.
Yeah, they're really easy to break.
So one glass, we're getting the signal to wrap up, but one glass, you can have all of these treats, and they're all yummy.
All right, sounds good, Charlotte. Thanks so much for joining us. Look at her. We need to feed you better.
Well, you know what?
It's
good for you. It's good for your pet.
All right.